Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ha, Rakakwadash, Ma'amath. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and the elders. Double honors to my elder as well, Aharawan Banyasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. And salutations to the fellow Akim, Atwafim, and children that believe in truth and in sincerity. It's your brother Atanya Allah back to another lesson. And Yahweh Ratazah is edifying. And this just be a quick one. All right, I'm at the plantation. All right. Hey, I just wanted to get into the book of Acts, chapter 5, and I start at verse. I start at verse 12. All right, and mainly just wanting to go into how, hey, everyone's not apt to teach. All right, you have some of those men. All right, that's just meant to believe. All right, hey, what I gamble. All right, as the scriptures say, give diligence to make thy calling of election sure. You want to be sure. You know. About your salvation, especially if you're hearing his word. But then you have those men that the Lord just have in derision, all right, and that he's going to wake up in that 11th hour, all right, and he have them in derision, or he have them, with they might have heard, pieces of this truth, all right, but not have fully came into the fold, all right, ultimately because hey, it's just the ongoing sift of the Lord. All right, and everyone's not apt to teach, some just apt to believe, all right, because you have men that's going to be a part of that 1/3 remnant as well, all right. And this is the book of Acts chapter 5 and verse 12. And by the hands of the apostles were many signs and wonders wrought among the people, right? When they was given spiritual power, Peter and them, when the spirit and the breath came into the room, all right, hey, they was granted spiritual power, man. And prior to this verse, you had, hey, due to their works, all right, and people, hey, you had a couple that lied to Peter, all right. I believe it was Peter that lied to Peter, and they were dropping dead, all right. And just as these same times, man, hey, when the Lord give his men spiritual power, all right, it's gonna be for a twofold, man, for healing, but hey, those who are meant to be destroyed will be destroyed as well, man. Those fishers turn into hunters ultimately, you know. But mainly the point that I want to get in here is how, hey, when they was granted those spiritual works, and they was doing those spiritual works through, and when they was granted that spiritual power, all right, you had those Israelites that started to believe, man, because you got Jake that's go believe off of the Lord showing them some things, you know, off of the men doing spiritual works before their eyes. All right. So this is Acts 5 and 12. And by the hands of the apostles were many signs and wonders wrought among the people. And they were all with one accord in Solomon's porch. And the rest of thus no man joined himself to them, but the people magnified them. And believers were the more added to the Lord, multitudes, both of men and women. And right there in verse 14 is the point. Believers was the more added to the Lord, off of those works that they were doing. All right. Multitudes, both men and women. All right. So you gonna have, men and women ultimately coming to the fold off of the works that they see the men of the Lord do. All right. And another example I want to show is the book of St. John, all right, chapter 1, and I'll start at verse 43. The day following, Yahweh Shai was go forth into Galilee, and findeth Philip, and saith unto him, Follow me. Now Philip was of Bethsaida, the city of Andrew and Peter. Philip findeth Nathanael, and saith unto him, We have found him, of whom Moses in the law and the prophets did write, Yahushua Nazareth, the son of Joseph. And Nathanael said unto him, Can there any good thing come out of Nazareth? Philip saith unto him, Come and see. So Philip, who I believe instructed Peter, all right, as well, because you go into the book of Acts, all right, when it came to Philip asking Peter, all right, could he understand what he was reading? And Peter responded into, how can I unless a man show me? You know, ultimately you have to have a teacher. You have to be up under an elder, all right, apostleship, in this thing, in this truth, all right, to be a part of this truth correctly and to learn it correctly and to do it correctly, all right. But from Philip, all right, he went and told Nathaniel, right? Philip findeth Nathaniel, right? And Nathanael said unto him, can there any good thing come out of Nazareth? So Philip said unto him, come and see. All right. And that's ultimately what we do, just being a little example of, hey, come and find out of the Lord, man. You know, as we cry aloud, spare not, lift up our voice as a trumpet. I believe that's Isaiah 57. All right. And show our people their transgressions, man. You know, whether they hear or forbear. All right. But hey, the remnant, all right, the hopefully elect, they're gonna inquire of the Lord. You know, they're gonna want to know, they're gonna want to see. All right, just like Nathaniel. Nathaniel saith unto him, whence knowest thou me? Yahweh Shai answered and said unto him, Salakia. I start verse 47. Yahweh Shai saw Nathanael coming to him and saith of him, behold, an Israelite indeed, who in whom is no guile. Right. You know, because ultimately he went and acquired of the Lord. He went to go see, you know, and not only did he went to go see, he acknowledged the Lord, you know, after he didn't know anything good thing come out of Nazareth because Nazareth was labeled like the hood. You know, anything cometh good out of Nazareth. And this is verse 49. Nathanael answered and said unto him, Rabbi, thou art the son of God. You know, thou art the son of Yahweh. Thou art the king of Israel. You know, so he acknowledged the Lord, man. And ultimately the Lord received him. All right. And just that prime example of how you're gonna have friend of the prophets, man. You know, and those who listen to the prophets, you know, and ultimately they're gonna be blessed. All right, in that same fashion, just like Nathaniel was, you know, when Philip told him of the Messiah, you know, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. All right, and Nathaniel went and inquired and went to see, and he was blessed, you know, just off believing and going to see, you know, if that good thing that came out of Nazareth was so. All right. So the same thing as the hey, you have Jake today, you know. This is Matthew 10 and 40. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. Con. You know, so it's that chain of command, you know. Yahweh Shai to his friends, which is the prophets, to the friends of the prophets, man. You know, this verse 41. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receive a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man reward. And whosoever shall give to drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water, only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward, man. You know, so that's the point. You know, everybody's not apt to teach, but you have some of those men that's going to be a part of that remnant few. All right, that 1/3. All right, as a friend of the prophets shall receive a prophet's reward. All right, and that's pretty much the point in your Haratazah. This lesson was edifying. A Shalom, a Habatah, and DTA to the next one.